Hey there, Starcraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Time and Harstem here on King's Cove, the latter edition. Top left-hand corner is the blue Terran player Time, ailing from China. And in the bottom right-hand corner is the red Protoss player Harstem, who is Dutch, a wonderful, great Starcraft 2 player, really good at Protoss. And Time is incredible at Terran, so I'm expecting a very, very excellent match. No proxy pylons, no proxy barracks in this game. Just straight up macro according to the place that they put their supply depots and pylons, and the fact that there are no SCVs heading out across the map. If two SCVs head out across the map from Terran, you know that is going to be two proxy barracks. Okay, so now you know. Alright, so once again, this is a patron cast. So this is for people who are subscribed to me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. You're going to see this on the site, and then a month or maybe never, you will see it on the channel as well. So if you want to see these things early, then go ahead, patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Coming on up, probe scouting. I do love that Protoss is just, they're so interested in probe scouting. I love it a lot. It's harassy. It forces SCVs off the line in PvT. You can see how much gas is being taken early by the Terran player. Meanwhile, you can expand fairly safe behind it. And a Reaper's on the way. Reaper's name is Who is My Father? Description: when Falcon casts this, he will ask, who is my father? I mean, Father's Day was this week, so interesting little name there for sure. But anyway, who is my father? The Reaper is cruising on out and ready to do some damage. On the other side of the map, maybe try to find this probe who is hiding as best as he can from said Reaper. Double gas here inside the main. It is going to be Cyber Core just now wrapping up from Harstem. And what does he do is the question of the day. Stargate openings fairly common. We could also see a robotics facility. And the answer, which I would love to know here, because that's when things get interesting for Protoss, is what comes out after the Cybernetics Core. Obviously an Adept to deal with the Reaper who's cruising out across the map here. It is a Stargate. Alright, so Stargate opening out of Harstem. Adept ready to rock here in just a couple seconds. Reaper does not want to go inside the main because he knows something mean is waiting there. Probe tries to get in here and do some scouting. Marine shuts that down quite nicely. Nice job getting that second Marine out after the Reaper. I like that quite a bit. The Adept comes in, the Reaper gets out, and if you're not careful with this, you can absolutely lose this Reaper to this Adept for sure. I've seen good players lose Reapers to Adepts, and it's a really, really bad feeling. But so far, Time hasn't even taken a shot from it. It's a 3-shot situation. You take 3 shots from an Adept, a little disc of power there, then you'll go down. But so far, hasn't even taken 1, and you can heal up out over 2 just because combat drugs are a thing. But we have an Oracle on the way. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to see if we have 2 Oracles. Yeah. We're going to see if there are 2 Oracles, and we'll give them a double Oracle name that people have been submitting just by putting them in the comments here over the last couple of months. Widowmine on the way. Feels like a Widowmine drop at a time. We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Reaper on the high ground so that he can't be caught out unawares. So Oracle 1, and do we get Oracle 2? Production tab says no, but gas also says no, so hold on a second. No, it's just the one. All right, so Reaper's name is, what the heck? Your dad. Wanting to get involved in whatever it is you kids do nowadays, your dad joined this game. Afraid he could not handle the APM requirements, the TOS player lets your dad take control of this single unit. Will your dad show up your ability in StarCraft 2 while using one unit? Stay tuned and find out. So it's your dad versus who is my father here today, which is fairly interesting. Reaper trying to get stuff done, gets no kills inside the main. Might get something done here inside the natural. Adept ready to finish that dude off. And one more shot should be enough there. Oh, no, the combat drugs. Oh, second Adept. Takes him down. Who is my father is done, but your dad trying to cruise on and get something done. No, there are too many Marines defending the natural base. Main base is fairly wide open, but there's a Viking on the way. Oh, you could cruise in. You could cruise into the main. It's really... Oh, there are Widow Mines, though. That is so scary. It's a scary proposition for sure. Just throws down a Revelation and gets the heck on out of there. Your dad has to get out. He's using his APM just to flee at this moment in time. Third base by Harstem warping in. Time working on stem. Time working on... Well, the Revelation is showing everything. Harstem has a really good idea of everything that's happening right here. Watch. This right here. See that? Bam. Beautiful, beautiful scout going on. Revelation on buildings, especially where a Terran is involved, is really pretty good. So, Widow Mine drop. Here we go. There's the pickup. There's the head out. 3 Widow Mines inside the medevac. 4th one. Ready to rock here. 2 Stalkers. Oh, no. Are you kidding? He just barely didn't see that thing. He doesn't have blink. He needs to unload because he doesn't have... There you go. There's the boost. The Widow Mine is always trying to do the trick. He's trying to get the trick on here where you make the Widow Mine fire on you, but you transfer out at the last second. Ready? Go. Oh, he unburrowed and went down as a result. Nicely done. Only 2 Widow Mines in this medevac. And Harstem knows that it's coming. This is a really, really ill-fated drop attempt. Ready? He's like, I'm not even going in. Why would I go in there? But it's forcing Harstem's entire army back to deal with this. Oh, Phoenix finds it. Yep. Phoenix gonna force your hand now. You better unload something. Yeah. Where, though? He's trying to unload, and he does. Widow Mine. Oh, lifting up the Widow Mine. Oh, almost takes down the Phoenix, but it takes more than that to kill a Phoenix. And that Widow Mine gets wiped out, too. Doesn't even burrow. Wow, brutal. Harstem shut that down hard. So hard. Ouch. I mean, I'm not a Protoss or a Terran player, but I can feel that in my bones. Time, not pleased with that one at all. Concussive Shell, +1 attack, working on Combat Shield. And more Widow Mines. He's not done with the Widow Mines. He feels like he'd like to incorporate those into his composition as much as possible. Really good against Zealots, Widow Mines are, as it turns out. Marine Marauder, not as good against Zealot as they'd like to be. So Widow Mines can help with that. It's kind of the function of Banelings against Zealots for Zerg. It's just splash damage. Anything splashy is fantastic against those little guys. Widow Mine taking the lead here with his little flashlight on the front. Liking that quite a bit. I mean, it's never nighttime. Ooh, a nighttime map would be interesting. We tried that, didn't we? Darkness Sanctuary. It was a very dark map, and people hated it. And it didn't really stay in the rotation at all for any length of time. So here comes the attack, but Revelation getting tossed down, and you are not catching anyone by surprise. Thanks for asking. Your dad stays alive thanks to the the shield battery. Coming on in. Time wants to kill everything. Wow. The stutter step. Crazy right now. Probe's getting focused down. Stalker's trying to fight, but it's only Stalkers here. Widow Mine getting a shot out there too. 10, 11, 12 probes getting killed. Stalker's not enough against this for sure. Charge is not even done yet. The Stalkers with the shield batteries getting healed up do manage to save the day. But 13 probes got killed. That was brutal. That was brutal stuff. Widow Mine firing on something there. Then getting taken down by the now charge lots. So nicely done. 56 to 50 workers. Harstem is still up in overall worker count because Chrono Boost is amazing, but income is a little bit more even than that because Time has mules, and his third base is just about complete. So he'll catch up here sooner rather than later. Tacking on into the front door. Man, Time has no fear whatsoever. He's going to try to take down... Oh, Artosa's Pylon depowering the warp gates there. 2 warp gates. Actually, there's a second one there. Not Artosa's at all. Widow Mines firing. Blink Stalkers trying to blink out of that. Zealots on top of the army, forcing a pickup and forcing a retreat there. Blink is done, but not able to blink out and take down those medevacs. Oh, there's one that's really injured, and he gets it. Nice snipe. This Phoenix only has 1 kill, but he's done some seriously good work here today. Nicely done. Nicely done, Harstem. He looks like he is in control of this game thus far. I mean, he's not hugely ahead. His army is down 55 to 43. Worker count 67 to 55, though, despite the number of probes that have been murdered so far. Adept, middle of the map, transfers out, and then transfers in and gets killed. Yeah, transfers out of trouble into trouble. Different Zealots heading out across the map, trying to see if there are bases they need to worry about, if Time has taken a sneaky 4th or a 5th or a 6th base or something. Gotta tell you, anytime somebody has a Ninja expand, I just remember one of my first games that I played in Legacy of the Void. I had a Terran player who just, instead of harassing, just like expanded 7 times, and I was preparing for the harass, not scouting very well. And then he finally moved out and just like wiped me out because he had a huge income. And learned my lesson there. Always look for extra bases. And only make units that you need to make, you know you need to make. You can assume there's going to be harassment, but if there's not, you got to be prepared for a macro opening from a Terran player too. Dark Shrine on the way from Harstem. Probably just for Archons, but maybe also for those DTs. You never know. A bit of a Zealot War Prism harass here inside the 3rd base of Time. He is losing some SCVs big time over there. But Liberator's leading the charge here at the natural base of Harstem. Trying to see what he can do. War Prism gets picked out. Nicely done. That shuts down the harassment, at least temporarily there. Yep. 4th Nexus by Harstem. Going to get focused down by all of this delicious bio with +1 attack. And Stim with a Medivacs healing overhead takes it down. Disruptor shot on those Widow Mines. Disruptor is pretty good against Widow Mines. Anything that is stationary and cannot move. Oh my gosh. Oh, 10 kills on that Disruptor. Brutal, brutal Disruptor hit there. Time did not see it coming. His attention was elsewhere, and he paid for that big time. Time's getting a 4th base behind this. And Harstem's only on 3. Another Nova hit. Nice pickup. Really good reaction time there out of Time that time. Man, I use the word time a lot. When I cast time games, it turns into accidental puns. I don't like them at all. Not a big pun guy. All right, he's got to go for it. He's going for it. The Zealots really should be in the front in that situation, though. Novas. Ooh, almost whiff. Well, do whiff. Almost hit those Widow Mines there. Bam! Stalker down to the Widow Mine. Gets left behind. Time says, I'll take you down your 3rd base instead. Nice Nova. 3 Widow Mines taken down before they can actually hit anything at all. 2 more getting taken down. Widow Mine count is 0. That means charge lots could be pretty darn good here. Stalker is focusing down the Medivacs as they can as they're trailing behind. Your dad is still alive. He has no kills, but he's been doing some really important scouting information for the Protoss armies. All right, swinging back around. Time did not completely go home. Oh, boy, though. Oh, boy, your Medivacs. Oh, no. But the Marines and Marauders taking out the Stalkers on the ground there. Zealot trying to come in and deal with this thing. This drop is doing more damage than it should be able to do. Zealot's wiped out. Forces a full recall to deal with that. Time was in trouble, but he forced a full recall. The entirety of Harstem's army has to come back and deal with that thing. And his 4th base is alive. 4th base by Harstem is warping in, but it's behind right now. Time's going to have a much better economy compared to the Protoss player. Advanced ballistics coming in for the Liberators, allowing those circles to go out even further away from the Liberator. Dark Templar are on the way. We'll keep an eye on those and see if they get changed into Archons immediately, or he's sending them out to do some really dark Coloki-style missions. I kind of feel like they should. I don't know. I just like DTs a lot. Where do you have detection is always the question here. I like the pylons getting set up in the middle of nowhere so that he knows where Time's army is coming. Hallucinated Phoenix flying on in, getting killed. We got ourselves a Dark Templar cruising up into the 3rd base where there is no detection technically. No. Revelation getting tossed down. How many SCVs can you kill here before... Oh, the scan. Never mind. Harstem's working on +2 attack. Another Zealot warping inside the main base. Bringing in some DTs in the mix here, too. Honestly, taking out that missile turret would not be a bad idea, as he's being detected by everything right now. That DT, I'm not sure what he's trying to get to, but he gets wiped out. That is some bad pathing of some kind. I'm not sure why. Army shows up to the 4th base to wipe it out. Planetary Fortress, pretty scary stuff, though. And Harstem is forced to retreat on out there, but he gets his 4th base up behind it, which is really important at this stage to keep on equal footing on bases to the Terran player. +3 attack getting started for infantry. Fleet Beacon on the way to deal with all of these Liberators. Clearly investing into Liberators right now, Time is. And Harstem knows it. He's going to have to do something about these guys, and Liberator from distance is generally considered the accepted way to do it thus far. Liberators a little bit out ahead of the army here on this right side. A couple of them going to get caught out and killed. 3 Liberators, not bad, but still a fairly impressive drop. 3 Liberators and 3 Medivacs in. The warping of Stalkers has got to be really good. Ooh, and there's a cannon. Cannon, a brilliant idea here. Not enough in range to kill that Liberator, though. That's for sure. Phoenix goes down. Entire army comes back to deal with this, and Time just pulls back. He recognizes it's not the situation for him to be in. Decides to get on out of there. Time, 4th base up. Command center being built by the 4th. He'd probably lift that and land it somewhere else, or just make it a planetary fortress, I suppose. Tempest production on the way. From Harstem, we got another warp into Zealots. Man, War Prism dies. DT's in the mix here, though. They're not even worrying about the missile turret here. You can't kill these dudes with SCVs. 16 SCVs down. Wow. 32 SCVs have died, and only 8 probes have gone down thus far. The drop going for it. No, the Stalkers were ready for it. Oh, I love the Void Ray. The Void Ray here to deal with the Liberators for the time being. Stalkers come in. Liberators not sure what to do with themselves. They are done. They are dunzos. You can't hide back there. You're dead. Prismatic alignment gets canceled, actually, so the cooldown comes down a little bit faster. He didn't need it, he recognized, so he prepared for future engagements. Pretty smart stuff, honestly. So this command center, we'll see what it does. We'll see what happens with it there. Marines, Marauders down to the south. Pa, 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 pa. Heck, more SCVs are dying. Where? I guess maybe up here, but going for it. Harstem getting wrecked by Liberators, though. Tempest trying to do what it can against these guys, but nope. 5th base, no. Harstem, too many Marines and Marauders. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Ghosts in the mix here for time. Loving to see that at this stage of the game. No. Wow, a lot of probes going down here. This attack is doing a ton of damage. That's a good thing about Terran is the mobility and the sheer firepower of Marine Marauder with +3 attack and stim. It's incredibly good. You can sneak them around, drop them, take down bases, wipe out huge entire mineral lines if your opponent's not ready for it. You can even win a game with a well-executed drop, honestly, that your opponent doesn't see coming. So that's one reason to play Terran. More DTs, more Zealots over here for Harstem. He really has been doing pretty well with these drops thus far. Command Center lands for a 5th base for time, up here to the north. Probably should upgrade that to a planetary fortress soon as it lands. Time is making 4 Vikings at a time. There's your PF upgrade. DT, Stalker, trying to sneak on up, see what they can do. Detection exists pretty much everywhere. For that new 5th base, it does have a missile turret being built up here for that detection. Harstem, his 5th base is coming on here too, replacing quite nicely. DT does manage to kind of sneak around this entire army. Takes a single tank shot, but it doesn't kill it because shields are good. He's trying to get inside the main, it looks like. Or the natural, I guess. Oh, the army was thinking about doing something there. Dropping back into the 5th. Enough army here to shut that down, though. Don't worry about it. Everybody out. DT's hacking away against, wow, against SCVs again. This is insane. Going after add-ons here to prevent the production of Marauders. I'm kind of loving that strategy. Reactors, too. Reactors and Tech Labs. Good targets, honestly. Fewer Marines in production, fewer Marauders in production. It's going to be good. The whole army has to come back to deal with it, which means that Harstem's going to come up and threaten the 4th base. That's a lot of Sky Terran here, though. It's a lot of Vikings, man. Oh, look at that volley. Woo! Viking attacks are so good against Tempest. They were built to take down capital ships. Tempests, carriers, broodlords, battle cruisers. Big stuff that flies is all very vulnerable to the Vikings. Sensor tower down. Time's a little bit more blind than he was previously. Another Oracle in production, going for Templar Archives, going for Warp Prism speed up there. Which I feel like he should have gotten at some point previously. He's been doing a lot of Warp Prism shenanigans. Just sieging up here with the Novas. Defensive sieging here with the Liberators. Stalkers do manage to sneak up here to the 5th base and get behind the planetary fortress. How they get in here? These guys need to be firing at something. Just running back and forth is not going to cut it for you. A lot of SCVs going to possibly go down here. Sneaking on in Marine Marauder into the 5th. And they force a recall. Oh, gosh, the Nova. Oh, got his own Zealot with it, though. No, 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 no. You can't lose these disruptors. Okay, that was good. That was fine. 3 SCVs only go down here at the 5th. That could have been a lot worse, honestly. So both players on 5th base or 5 bases, 74 to 62 workers in favor of Harstem. Upgrades are 3-3 for each. Plus 1 air weapons is done for time right now, though, and Harstem is taking a 6th at the 19-minute mark. Warp Prism with speed, heading on home, surprisingly. We thought about going up there, but saw the Marines and Marauders running about and thought better of it. Resources lost, 23,000 for Harstem, 21,000 for time. Plus 2 air weapons here from time. He really wants those Vikings to hit hard, and he's going to get it. He absolutely is. This looks like a pretty scary push out of time. He hasn't made a massive, dedicated push like this for a while. We'll try to make it happen here now, though. Let's see. Let's get these guys on follow. Seems fine. You gotta zoom out, though. These circles are so far away. Goodbye, Liberator. Tempest firing in on those Liberators. Oh, picking off the High Templar. Nicely done. Good snipe on the right side there from Time. Nova catches a single Marauder, and Stalker should be able to finish the rest of it off. I like the zoning. I really love the zoning out of Time. Storm of the Vikings does force them away. Marines running through the storm a little bit. Not what you want to do there. But the Liberators are causing massive, massive problems for Harstem right now. The Vikings patrolling back and forth mean the Tempest can't really do much about it. And the 5th base does get sniped down, finally, by the combination of Marines and Marauders from Time. Viking comes in. The 5th base is sacked. Time is in a wonderfully strong position right now. I don't know about going for it here, but Liberators do set up. Grand Army has to retreat. Vikings getting some nice shots off on those Tempests. One does go down. Storm getting tossed down. The Vikings two picking one of them off. 6th base, or rather 5th base, in trouble down here on the left. Marines Marauders are going to finish that thing off, and I think Harstem, it is the beginning of the end here. He is bleeding probes. 26 probes have gone down. The Viking ball has just not been accounted for. He doesn't have enough to deal with it here. Tempests, again, trying to get rid of as many Liberators as they can, but they don't hit very hard against Liberators. It's just their range is what matters here. Vikings very low on HP thanks to the constant storms that have been causing them problems. The Tempest's been hitting them too. 179 to 153 supply. The Vikings snipe down one of the Tempests. Another one taking serious damage from these guys. Finally getting wiped out, but almost down to dead. 16 HP here. Does Time know about this? Well, maybe he probably knows about it, but he's not doing anything to take it down. 43 probes down. This is not like Terran, where Terran can lose 50 SCVs and come back and win. This is Protoss. They need those probes. They don't have mules. Terran fans feeling pretty good about this game so far. Nova's doing what they can here. Army supply 107 and 106. It's even on Army supply, but composition is the question right now. Tempests do manage to pick up a couple Liberators. Warp gate down. Oh, robotics facility focused down. These dudes are doing way too much work for what they are. Medevac killed as they try to retreat. Time has expanded to his own 6th base down here. Is fully ready to go and fully functional. Income is insanely good for Time compared to what Harstem's rolling with. Harstem has effectively one mining base right now, which is horrible. It's double the income for Time right now. Yeah, more than that on minerals, again, because mules are fantastic. Harstem one last gasp here. If he can win this battle and take down a couple bases, he could probably extend this game. Maybe even win here, but it's difficult. It's a difficult ask for sure. Liberator focused down. Harstem knows how many shots it takes to kill it. It just calls it good here, but big old army coming down the left side. Vikings, Liberators, this is it. Harstem needs to save this base or he is toast. Zealots trying to walk into the zones of death. Great storm. Decent storm here on one of the Liberators. But cannons aren't going to do much in this situation. Tempests are trying to deal with the bio. Not what they want to do here. And I love how patient Time is being. He's not just A-moving. He's patrolling back and forth. He's trying to get Viking shots on those Tempests. The hatchery's getting focused down by all manner of bio. It does get chased away by a storm and a Nova. Great split, though. Holy crap, what a split. Nexus down. Income by Harstem is in the toilet. He has a decent army. He really does, but Time's is bigger. And Time is still making stuff, whereas Harstem is not. 6 Vikings at a time in production. 3 Marauders. 4 Marines. Yeah, this is not what you want to see here. Harstem has just got to tap out. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Worker count, triple for Time. I mean, Time is not breathing down his neck right now, but just because he's being, again, ridiculously patient. But he's keeping Harstem at home. His bases are happily running. He's making a 7th base, for heaven's sakes. He is outclassing Harstem in this game for sure. For absolute sure here. I don't know what Time's doing. He's being so patient right now. He's allowing Harstem to rebuild his nexuses. He's allowing him to reprobe up a little bit here. He's allowing him to make more Archons, to make more High Templar. He is not, however, going to allow him... Yeah, this drop is problematic. Feedback on a medevac can't quite kill it there. Natural base under assault. Trying to catch those Tempests out with Marines. Warp Prism's going down. Attack on the left side causing major problems. The double-pronged harass is just super annoying right now. Medevac's trying to do stuff, but Tempest... Bam! Full medevac goes down, but the 6th base taken out again. Another Nexus killed by time. How many is that? Well, it's 6, Falcon. 6 Nexuses have been killed in this game. Time refuses to go for the killing blow here. Just like, you know, I'm just going to starve you out. How's that sound? When I'm maxed out, maybe I'll consider coming on in here, but for now, I don't have to. He's got +2 air weapons, +3 ground weapons. The Storms are good, the Novas are good, but this is an A move. This is just setting up the circles and going for it. And that's your good game. Well played. Harstem does tap out, and time is your winner there in 25 minutes and 55 seconds. Fantastic display of how to play Terran in a TVP, man. Patient, heavy Liberator, getting tons of Vikings to deal with the Tempests, and then just dodging the heck out of Disruptor and Storm. It's easy when you see time do it, but it's not that easy in real life. Resources lost, 47,000 for Harstem, 41,000 for time. Again, 6 Nexuses killed. No command centers, no planetary fortresses, no orbital commands down for time. 0. Harstem, 6 War Prisms died. That's a lot of War Prisms, man. 14 DTs, 58 Zealots, 85 probes. That is so hard to overcome. 85 probes died. Blah, 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 blah. 13 cannons, 2 warp gates, that's about it. Time ended up losing the majority of his resources in Marines, 146 of those, and Liberators, 31. Liberator, 69 Marauders, 19 Widow Mines, and 21 Vikings went down. Again, the upgrade advantage, hugely good there. All right, good. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.